Good evening, basketball fans. We are live here tonight with some NAIA basketball on JBUathletics.com. The last doubleheader of this semester here, it's Ecclesia from Springdale, Arkansas, coming to town to face off against the Golden Eagles. We'll start here with the women's game that will be tipping off in about 10 minutes or so. Golden Eagles come into this one on a 6-game losing streak, their last win coming on November 8th. So it's been almost a month since they've won. They're sitting at 2-6 right now. Enough time, I think, to turn things around for them. They'll look to get things back on the right track tonight. Ecclesia comes in 1-10. Only win of the season coming against Southwestern Adventist. That one was a 54-51 score. They have not won since October 27th. So both teams here needing a win tonight. We'll take a look here at what our own Zach Wolt had to say to Ecclesia head coach Tanya Ingram.
With Ecclesia's women's head coach, Coach Tonya Ingram. Coach, what can we expect from your girls tonight coming off of Thanksgiving break?
Coming off Thanksgiving break, I think that they have a lot of passion and a lot of fight in them. So I think a whole week taken off, I think they really realize, like, hey, what does basketball really mean to me and all this stuff. So I think coming out tonight, I think they're going to have a lot of fight and a lot of urge to play tonight.
And how are you looking to break JBU's defense tonight?
JBU's defense. Man, JBU has a good defense. They like to help side a lot. But I think if we work the ball consistently, I know that they can, I think that moving the ball will kind of throw their defense off a little bit, and I think that we can benefit from that and score.
And then you guys play them every year. Do you think that will benefit your girls tonight?
So we are a really young team this year. We're a bunch of sophomores and freshmen, but I think my returning girls, I think they know what to expect. So I think with that, they know coming into the game ready, and they know like what to do now and how to defeat JBU. So I think it's gonna be really well for them.
Well, good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you so much.
And back to you, Ori.
Ecclesia here, coming in here, hoping for a win. Again, their most recent one was on October 27th. They do boast some talent here. Their best player, without a doubt, is sophomore forward Sapphire Thompson. Their leading scorer with 9.5 points a game, as well as their second leading rebounder with 6.2 a game. She'll be the player that I think JBU will have to key in and try to stop. Now let's take a look at what Zach had to say to head coach Jeff Soderquist.
I'm here with Coach Soderquist. Coach, what can we expect from the girls tonight coming off of Thanksgiving break?
Yeah, it's always a test when you come off of a break right there. For us, the break came at a good time. We're just trying to get healthy with all the injuries and sicknesses we have. We've got a couple girls back tonight. We're still waiting on some more to get back, so hopefully it'll be nice to get some people back in the swing of things.
That's good that they're getting better, Coach. And Coach, how big is a win here tonight for you going into last stretch of?
Yeah, I mean, we've lost 6 in a row, so anytime you can get a W, that's gonna help kind of get that feel back again. So it is. We want to try to break this little streak that we've got going, and hopefully get healthy and be able to get back on the way that we were playing at the start of the year.
And then where are you looking to defeat them defensively?
Defensively, we're going to have to do a good job of guarding. They've got a couple players that do a majority of their scoring. They're going to really try to catch it in the high post, and we've got to guard that well.
Well, good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Back to you, Ori.
And as Coach Soderquist said, the John Brown Golden Eagles have been hit with some injuries early on. Allie Teague, Jordan Martin, and Sarah Williams, all three really key players for the Golden Eagles, have been out at some point in the season. Allie Teague has since come back, but they're still missing Martin, Williams, two key components that they've just not had, and they've had to rely a lot on their younger players, most specifically Tara Stevens, freshman, as well as Jessica Goldman, a freshman. We'll see what they can do here tonight as they've gotten a little more time practicing together. We assume that the chemistry is more on point here. They haven't played a game since November 23rd against Texas Wesleyan. That was a 53-50 loss, but there were some high points there. They had a great second half, especially in the fourth quarter. Nearly mounted a comeback, couldn't finish it, but we'll see if John Brown can go down and get win number 3 on the season here. We'll take it down to center court for the player introductions and the national anthem.
Test 1 2. Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to Bill George Arena on the campus of John Brown University at Siloam Springs, Arkansas for tonight's college basketball action featuring the visiting Royals of Ecclesia College and your John Brown Golden Eagles. JBU, the Sooner Athletic Conference, and the NAIA embrace the 5 core values of the Champions of Character Initiative, which are respect, responsibility, integrity, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. Please join with us to create a positive environment for everyone to enjoy. Before we meet the starting lineups, we invite you to please stand if you are able, and gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin tonight's event with the invocation led by Athletic Director Robin Doherty. Then, as we honor America, please remain standing while JBU students Ann Metz and Garrett Headley perform a violin duet of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Let's pray. Father God, we're thankful for just a beautiful December day, Lord. We're thankful for the Thanksgiving season that we just ended, Lord, and now as we approach Christmas and the birth of the greatest gift of all. Lord, we give you thanks. May we be mindful of your presence tonight. In Jesus' name, amen.
And now it's time for tonight's starting lineups. First for our visitors from Springdale. At guard, a 5'4 sophomore from Malvern, Arkansas, number 3, Alexis Hodges. At forward, a 5'8 sophomore from Fayetteville, Arkansas, number 13, Sapphire Thompson. At guard, a 5'8 sophomore from Houston, Texas, number 15, Harmony Van Campen. At forward, a 5'8 freshman from Allison, Texas, number 23, Kaylee Kaufman. And at guard, a 5'4 freshman from Arlington, Texas, number 25, Paige Patton. Head coach for the Royals is Tanya Ingram.
You turn on like lightning, spark up a fire. When you do you, when you do you, keep something on the floor. You're knocking down your doors. When you do you, when you do you, keep on doing you, keep on doing you, keep on doing you.
Now get on your feet. It's game time in Bill George Arena, and these are your John Brown Golden Eagles. At guard, a 5'10 sophomore from Madrid, Spain, number 1, Marta Matabala. At guard, a 5'5 junior from Republic, Missouri, number 4, Taylor Fergan. At guard, a 5'7 sophomore from Littleton, Colorado, number 11, Maddie Altman. At forward, a 5'11 senior from Berryville, Arkansas, number 21, Allie Teague. And at forward, a 5'11 freshman from Wyandotte, Oklahoma, number 34, Tara Stevens. Head coach for the Golden Jeff Soderquist. He's assisted by Vaughn Eschner.
We're back and ready to go here for some JBU Golden Eagle basketball. JBU about to break the huddle. Looks like tipping off for Ecclesia is going to be number 13, Sapphire Thompson. I said in the pregame she would be probably the key player to look out for the Ecclesia Royals. And then on the other end of the tip-off is Tara Stevens, the other player I said would be the key matchup. That's really the area I'm wanting to key in on here again. As Coach Soderquist said, both teams like to kind of press it from the outside. But I think it'll be the interior that we really need to keep an eye on in this game. Looks like we're about ready for tip-off. Ecclesia adjusting real quick there. JBU wins the tip. Stevens has it up top, passes it over. And inside, Marta Matamala strikes first for the Golden Eagles. Ecclesia taking it up the court. At the one right now is number 3, Alexis Hodges. Hodges has it. Kicks it over. Four seconds left on the shot clock. Ecclesia needs to get a shot up. They do. Just barely rims out on the shot there was number 15, Harmony Von Kempton. Open three-point basket is up and no good there, and looks like they got John Brown on the over the back. Moving from right to left on your screen in the dark blue and yellow threads is going to be Ecclesia. Moving from left to right is John Brown in their normal white home jerseys. Paige Patton over to Hodges. JBU hard to drive on, 2 Golden Eagles covering, and they're going to get Hodges on the travel. So early on, John Brown playing very tough and very aggressive against a team that they're very familiar with. Ecclesia, an annual opponent of the Golden Eagles, very frequently coming here to Bill George Arena. Taking it up is going to be number 4, Taylor Fergan. Matamala in the corner. Gets it over to number 21, Ali T. And then they go down to Matamala, recovers the bad pass, and now Stevens has it in the right corner, and three-pointer no good, but getting the rebound is Fergan. I think they're going to get Hodges on the foul. That's their first. Altman's going to inbound. Matamala has it. Mid-range jumper is off the mark. Stevens gets the rebound. I think Patton tipped it. Another three-pointer by Tara Stevens. This time that one goes. So Tara Stevens still developing that long-range shot, but she gets that one to go here. JBU off to early 5-point lead. Ecclesia scoreless after 2 minutes. Pass was to her feet, but it rolls off of a Golden Eagle, so Ecclesia will keep possession. Inbounding is Van Kampen. I think Stevens got a tip on that one, so Ecclesia will inbound it again. And they're going to get her with the 5 seconds. It took her a little too long on that inbound pass, so John Brown will get the ball back here. JBU very tough to just get an open pass to. They're clogging up a lot of the passing lanes early, and that's something that they've done a good job of these last couple of weeks, and they're keeping it going here after the Thanksgiving break. Inside, that's going to be Ali Teague, and she gets it to go, and that's an and one opportunity here coming up. They're going to get number 3, Kaylee Kaufman, on the foul. That's her first. And going to the line here is Ali Teague, a player who got injured in the early going of the season. She's back now and starting again. They kind of eased her back in. They're going to get Matamala on the foul. Hodges. Fergan covering. Tries to shoot over a couple more Golden Eagles, and again, similar sight to a couple of possessions ago when she got hit with the traveling call. She'll get called for another. John Brown holding the Royals scoreless here, a little under 3 minutes in. Fergan has it up top. Over to Matamala. Stevens. She had a three-pointer earlier in the game. Fergan drives. Open shot there on the three, and that one banks in. Maddie Altman for 3 points. And with John Brown up in an early double-digit lead, 10-0, I think Coach Ingram of Ecclesia wants to talk about it. Right now, John Brown just really controlling the pace here. They've been very aggressive on defense, not allowing any inside passes. For example, again, they allowed that inbounding 5 seconds call there. And then John Brown's just been very efficient in their shooting so far. 4 for 7 from field goal range, 2 for 4 from three-point range as well. They've just been on fire right now. And Ecclesia, meanwhile, have just not been able to get the ball down the court and find those open shots. They've been called for a couple traveling calls. 3 turnovers on the game, and they have all been unforced by JBU, as John Brown does not have a steal at this point in the game. Hodges will take it up. Pass over. And there you go on the steal. That's going to be Sarah Williams, her first game back from sickness. 3-point basket by Haley James, and it is good. So John Brown, an early 13-0 run to start this game off. And there on the steal is going to be Allie Teague. So again, Ecclesia just off the mark on their passes. Sarah Williams will take it up. Inside, Williams again, and gets it to go. 15-0 run by the Golden Eagles. Ecclesia, they just need to get something going here before this game gets too far out of hand. Inside is, they're going to get her, I think, with another travel. So Sapphire Thompson managed to create a good shot there at a nice open look under the basket, but just, again, carried the ball. And that's the 5th turnover for Ecclesia, and we're not even 5 minutes into this game. Williams. Altman has it. Gets it to Allie Teague. She'll shoot another 3. How about another one? And it goes. 18-0 run to open things up here. And JBU playing stout defense while at the same time just having a really nice long-range shooting game. Thompson forces her way to the shot, and it's no good, and JBU will get the ball back. And we have a few substitutions here.
Checking out for the Golden Eagles. Taylor Fergan, Jessica Goldman, number 5.
Taylor Fergan will go into the game, as well as Jessica Goldman and KJ Rowe. Rowe and Goldman getting their first action of the game. A little over 5 minutes in, and JBU already out to a large lead. Cross-court pass to Williams inside. That's Rowe. Rowe gets that one. So JBU has scored 20 points before Ecclesia has had a chance to even make a basket, and I think you can attribute a lot of that to Ecclesia just being unable to get those inside passes and part of the JBU defense. Van Kampen over Thompson. Thompson again, and she'll try to shoot over a couple Golden Eagles, and that time she'll get the call, so she will go to the line. Sapphire Thompson, 47 for 82 on the season at the free throw line. Good at drawing those fouls. However, just hasn't been able to convert a lot of them. 52.3 on the season. 57.3, my bad. She misses that first one. Misses her second, so the scoring drought continues for the Ecclesia Royals. Fergan will take it up the court. James on the screen leaves Goldman open for three, and she'll get another one. A lot of different Golden Eagles have scored points in this contest, really getting a lot of the team involved. Goldman will be hit with the foul. They've got 4 right now, and we're just under 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Van Kampen up top. And James will intercept that pass. It's 2-on-1. Inside to Sarah Williams, and she can't get that one, but Rowe gets the rebound. And they tie her up, so that's going to be a jump ball, possession arrow, Ecclesia. Tara Stevens will go back into the game, as well as Alexis Hodges and number 23, Kaylee Kaufman for the Royals. And then there's a steal by Fergan. Going down the court, it's again 2-on-1. And she gets the fast break points to go, so JBU reaches the quarter century mark before Ecclesia scores a basket. A little over 3 minutes remaining in the first. Inside, there's Thompson. And then that's a block by Rowe. Reached in from behind and got that one. Sarah Williams will take it down inside to Tara Stevens, and she gets the basket. A lot of Golden Eagles really getting involved here. As we've seen about 9 or 10 different players score points, and see what they got them with there.
Golden Eagle foul charge to number 5, KJ Rowe.
KJ Rowe get hit with the foul, so with 5 on the quarter, Ecclesia will enter the bonus for the 1-and-1. Thompson goes back to the line, missed her first 2 earlier. We'll see if she can end the long scoring drought. Won't there. Gets her first, so Ecclesia took them over 7 minutes to get on the board, and they gave up 27 points in the process, but the Royals are finally on. At the same time, there's going to be Sarah Williams for three-point range, and all 9 healthy Golden Eagles that have checked into the game so far have scored. They've made it really tough offensively to stop, and then defensively as well. I think they got a Golden Eagle there on the trip, and that's going to be KJ Rowe. That's her second, and going back to the line for her third trip is going to be Sapphire Thompson. She's 1 for 4 so far. First one is up and in. Second one is in, so she goes 2 for 2 on that trip. Rowe has it in the corner, gets it to Stevens, to Williams. Goldman, she'll take the drive in, and Stevens has it. Three-pointer is up, and it is in, so JBU has just been on fire from three-point range, and I think Coach Soderquist wants to take a timeout here, but the Golden Eagles just having a game, ahead by 30, just 8 minutes in. And a lot of that can be attributed to the Golden Eagles 7 for 9 from three-point range, and we've seen a lot of different JBU Golden Eagles getting in on the action. Tara Stevens leads the way with 8, but we've also seen just about every single player that has gone into the game for JBU get on the board. Against Sarah Williams in her first game back. I think I said she was sick, but she actually, I think, had a lower ankle sprain, and she is back here with 5 points. Teague with 5 as well. It's just been a scoring fest for the Golden Eagles, and Ecclesia has just been unable to stop them. After the short timeout, Ecclesia has it. Entering the game for the first time is Sierra Bailey. We'll see if she can be another Golden Eagle that lands on the board. Inside. Shooting it up and in. That's going to be number 23, Kaylee Kaufman, for her first points of the game. And then the cross-court pass to Jessica Goldman, and they get it to go. So great court vision by the Golden Eagles to get it down there. Inside pass, and Goldman gets the layup. Golden Eagles up 30 with a minute and a half left in the first. Three-point basket is up and no good. Didn't even hit the rim there, and the Golden Eagles live the ball back with 1:18 left in the first quarter. Taking it up is going to be Taylor Fergan. She's got 2 points. Goldman over to Fergan again. Inside to Rowe, who I think Ecclesia must have gotten a tip on that one, as they'll keep the ball with JBU. Try to get a pass in there inside to Tara Stevens. Fergan drives inside. Over to Goldman. She'll shoot the 3, and that one is no good. Rebound by the Ecclesia Royals. Number 5, Madison Wiggins, on the board. Less than a minute left. And John Brown has this game well in hand already. Inside to Thompson. Off the mark there, and JB gets the ball back here. Could get 2 more possessions out of this thing if they can get a shot with over 30 seconds left. Not something they need to force, though. They're already on a good roll. Stevens on the screen. There's Goldman from 3, and that was no good. Stevens will get the rebound. Shot clock is dead, so JBU can hold for the last shot if they want to. No guarantee they will. Inside Stevens, and she'll take the mid-range jumper, and that one goes. So the Golden Eagles up by 32 here with 14 seconds left, and Ecclesia likely to hold here. Hodges. Long 3 there is no good. JBU will get it here with the chance at a half-court heave.
Oh, okay. Meow.
Fergan, she'll just dribble this one out. John Brown ahead 37-5 here at the end of the first, and they have just been on fire. I don't know how else you can describe it. They've been 7 for 11 from three-point range, but 15 for 21 total on shooting on field goals. And that's something Coach Soderquist stressed these last couple weeks in those conference matchups against SAGU, against Texas Wesleyan. He said they weren't shooting well enough. I think tonight they've more than made up for that here, as they're well on their way to getting their first win since early November. And Ecclesia, meanwhile, just hasn't been able to get any defensive momentum or offensive momentum for that matter. JBU's really clogging up those passing lanes. And a lot of Golden Eagles have gotten in on the action. Tara Stevens already in double digits here with 10 points on 4 for 5 shooting. And Sarah Williams and Jessica Goldman both have 5, but it's just been a very big group effort for the Golden Eagles, and we'll see if they can continue it onward. Likely to go a little deeper into their rotation here as we progress later into the game. Meanwhile, at the other end for Ecclesia, it's just, again, not a whole lot that they've been able to do. 3 of their points have been off of free throws. They only managed to get 1 field goal. They only actually had a chance to attempt 6 in the entire first quarter. Leading the way for them right now, Sapphire Thompson with 3. Kaylee Kaufman has the other 2 points. And JBU has largely held the best shooters for the Royals in check. We'll come back here. Matamala will inbound it. Into the game for the first time, taking it up is going to be Kinsey Silky. Over to Silky, she'll take the three. That was no good, but rebound by Teague, and she gets that one and one. So Allie Teague will head to the line. She went there a little earlier in the game. This is her second and one opportunity here. Sapphire Thompson will get hit with the foul there. Cross-court pass there. I think that's a long two at that. It's off the mark. Altman on the rebound. Matamala has it in the corner. Couldn't come down with the pass, so Ecclesia managed to get a body on her. Haley James for three. No good there. Rebound, I think. Silky almost got it, but Thompson managed to wrestle it out. Tough shot there. Couldn't get it though, and LAT gets the rebound, and I think they're going to hit Ecclesia on the foul. Van Kampen will get it. That's our second foul of the game. Paige Patton will go in for the Royals. Silky will take it up. We haven't seen a whole lot of Silky here. She's a freshman though, so more of a developmental year for her. Back up top. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Teague, mid-range. No good there. They're going to hit JBU with the foul. Silky will get called for that.
First team foul of the second.
I'm not sure if she was in the act of shooting yet. Referees don't think so either, so Ecclesia will inbound it. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Kicks it back out. Inside is Thompson, and tried to get one again, but JBU has really just locked her up on the inside. And I said that'd be the big matchup here in the pregame, and right now she's been really bottled up, only 3 points on the game. Silky, tough defense there, manages to get the pass out to Altman. Matamala back up top. James gets it to go, so now John Brown has got 41 points here in the early going of this one. Up by 36 with just under 8 minutes left in the second quarter. They scraped it out for the ball on the floor, and JBU comes out the winner of that battle. Matamala has it down there. And then that Maddie Altman gets the rebound. Just no Ecclesia Royals down there to keep her from getting the putback, and John Brown has just kept the foot on the gas in this one. Ecclesia with 9 turnovers as well. Surely not helping matters. And then that pass again was just off the mark. Ecclesia right now on the game has only been able to attempt 9 field goals. So it's been JBU all game that's been just bottling them up, keeping them from getting those shots. Matamala has it. Altman. Down. Haley James has it. Pass was way over the head of Haley James, and Ecclesia will get the ball back. A rare misstep in terms of passing by the Golden Eagles. Looks like Sapphire Thompson will take a seat. I don't know if she's been out all game. Back inside, and JBU with another interception there off the tip pass, and there's Maddie Altman, nobody near, and she gets the easy layup. Taking it up the court, number 25, Paige Patton. Hodges. She'll drive up and can't get it to go, but I think they're going to hit Haley James on the foul, so she'll go to the line for a couple.
That's her first personal foul, second team foul. Tara Stevens returns down.
Tara Stevens will go back into the game. Leading scorer for the Golden Eagles, and now going to the line for 2 shots is going to be Alexis Hodges. 73.2% free throw shooter on the season. She's a sophomore guard from Magnet Cove High School. She gets the first one to go. And again, as Coach Ingram said, a lot of youth on this team here for Ecclesia. There's not a single junior or senior on the Royals. It's all freshmen and sophomores. Silky will take it up. Down to Altman. Matamala for 3. And that one is no good, but Stevens manages to go down and get the rolling ball, and Silky will take another 3-point basket. No good, and Stevens gets another offensive board. Silky for 3 again. Off the mark there, and on the rebound is going to be Wiggins. Three-pointer is up and no good by Ecclesia. That was only their 10th shot they were able to shoot in this game. Stevens wide open up top, and again another missed 3. So these last couple possessions, it's just been back and forth here. A couple missed 3-pointers by both teams. Wiggins. She'll take another. Stevens drives, Altman for 3 again. And another missed 3-point basket. So both teams, these last 2 or 3 possessions, it's just been go down, pass it up top, shoot the 3 and miss. But overall on the game, the Golden Eagles have been a lot more efficient in their shooting. Again, 19 for 33 for field goal range, and that's a big part of why they're ahead. Timeout on the floor, so we'll get a little look here at the stats. JBU 19 for 34 shooting versus Ecclesia's 1 for 11, 7 for 18 from 3-point range. So they've kind of fallen back to earth in that category. At the line, JBU's yet to make a free throw, while Ecclesia 4 for 8. JBU really winning that rebound department 18-9, as well as a turnover battle, as Ecclesia is already in double digits before we even hit the half. Score right now 45-6. Game well in hand for the Golden Eagles. We'll likely see some more of the younger players for them come into the game, and they have quite a bit of youth here on this year's squad. Inside is Thompson. She's back in. Their top scorer and rebounder in the early stages here. Thompson has it back inside, kicks it back out. And there's the block by Stevens, so she met her there when she tried to go up with it. And there's Sarah Williams. And a block from behind by Ecclesia. Nice play there, managed to stop her in her tracks on the fast break. But JBU will keep possession. Allie Teague will head out of the game. Taylor Fergan will inbound. Matamala, nobody covering her in that right corner, but another 3-pointer off the mark. There's been kind of a lid over the basket here these last few minutes for the Golden Eagles. Five seconds left on the shot clock. Williams from 3, and she'll get it. So Sarah Williams now with 8 points on the game, second on the Golden Eagles at this point. Inside is going to be Thompson with it. She'll give it back, and another block from behind by Stevens, but they're actually going to hit her with the foul here. I think that was a good call, and heading to the line is going to be number 15, Harmony Van Kampen. 12 for 20 on the season at the line, 60%. Heading into this one, though, Ecclesia just has not been able to convert a lot at the charity stripe. On the season, they're 62.7%. compared to John Brown's 72.5. Second one is in, so Ecclesia 5 for 10 on the day.
Yeah, you foul out. You don't get called.
Goldman on the screen leaves Matamala open from 3, and now JBU has crossed the half-century mark here in the first half, 51 points. And then there's Williams with the steal off the deflected pass, and nobody covering Fergan. Easy layup is up and in, so Golden Eagles just continuing this scoring fest, and Ecclesia again just not been able to get a lot of these passes off and get into good shooting range. Screen and three-point basket is up and again no good. Ecclesia has only converted 1 field goal all game. All the other points have been from the free throw line. Nobody covering Matamala again, and she'll take a 3-point basket. Thompson with the rebound. She's got 4 boards here in this one.
Yeah, also, okay. Yeah, the last episode had a water bottle behind someone's leg. The last season.
Tough defense there, but she gets the pass inside and just couldn't get the shot, but Thompson on the rebound, and
Everything else before.
the passing problems will continue for Ecclesia as that one goes out of bounds. JBU will get the ball. And again, while JBU's done a great job of forcing turnovers, a lot of these, in essence, they've been unforced, as JBU does have 7 steals on the game, but that's still a solid 6 or 7 just bad passes, traveling calls against Ecclesia. And JBU's winning this turnover battle by a long shot here, 14-2 in Golden Eagles' favor. Fergan. Bailey has it. Over to Goldman. She'll take the inside drive, and they'll hit her with the foul, and you can count that one and potentially another. Van Kampen hit with her third personal foul. Goldman will go to the line here for a chance to convert another and-1 play for the John Brown Golden Eagles. She's got 7 in the early goings of this game on 3 for 5 shooting.
Jessica Goldman's at the line to complete the 3-point play.
Can't get it, but the rebound by Fergan, so JBU will restart this possession. And they'll get Fergan on the travel, so bit of a missed opportunity there for the Golden Eagles to get even more points, but again, the game's well in hand for John Brown, so it's not something that will come back to bite them in any way, I don't think. Hodges tries to cross up on Williams. No success there, gets it over to Patton. 3-point basket is up, and I think Bailey may have gotten a finger on that one as it didn't even come close to the rim, and Fergan goes back down for some fast break points, and another one, you can count that one too, and Sierra Bailey, another Golden Eagle to get on the board here, and she'll go to the line for another chance to complete a 3-point play. I think that's the 4th and 1 opportunity the Golden Eagles are going to get in this game. Done a great job just getting to the basket, drawing that contact, and hitting those and 1 shots. Bailey misses that one though, and Ecclesia will take it back down the floor here, down 50 with about a minute and a half left here in the second. They're going to get Sapphire Thompson there, I think on the elbow. That's her 3rd personal as well, so they'll take her out of the game, and Thompson, without a doubt, the best inside scorer for the Ecclesia Royals, and again, she's been held in check, 3 points all off of free throws. Over to Bailey, she'll take a largely uncontested 3, and she'll get that one to go, so 60 points in this first half for the Golden Eagles. Patton over to Wiggins, she'll try to drive on Rowe. She does, and she gets the easy layup there, and nice job by Wiggins there, just kind of separating the coverage and going down there and getting the basket to go. Just under a minute in this second quarter. 3-point basket by Williams is no good. Fergan chases down the ball before it can go out of bounds, and I think Sierra Bailey lost his shoe, so they're going to stop play here, I think, briefly. Got a little tangled up there.
Moroccan Christmas. Oh no, yeah, earlier. Season 2 Christmas.
17 seconds left on the shot clock. They didn't reset it back to 20. Screen by Goldman. Down to Bailey, left open again from three-point range, and that was no good. Rebound by Rowe. About a 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Rowe has it inside, and Ecclesia gets a hand on it, but Williams recovers, and they're going to give Ecclesia the ball there. Not sure of the call on that one. They have a chance to get a last-second shot here with the shot clock turned off. Inside there, tough defense, 2 Golden Eagles covering, and they have some time to get a shot if they hurry. Fergan there on last second. Couldn't get it to go, but overall just a great defensive performance by the Golden Eagles, paired with a great offensive performance as well, holding Ecclesia to single digits while at the same time scoring 60. Without a doubt, the best offensive game for a team that has had a lot of shooting woes these last couple of weeks with all of the players that they've had out. Right now, just a big scoring fest on show for the Golden Eagles. We'll do a quick little stat update here. Leading the way in points for John Brown is going to be Tara Stevens with 10. Sarah Williams in her first game back from injury has 8. Maddie Altman and Allie Teague have 7. And really just been a great shooting night for them. 25 for 47 from field goal range, 10 for 25 from three-point range. And they kind of fell back to earth from long distance here in this first half, but overall just a great shooting night for the Golden Eagles. I don't think Coach Soderquist has a lot to complain about in that area. Meanwhile, defensively, that's just been a great night for the Golden Eagles as well. They've held Ecclesia to just 2 field goals made on the game, and a lot of their shots have come from free throws. They've only got 9 in this first half. Leading the way is Sapphire Thompson, Kaylee Kaufman, Madison Wiggins, Alexis Hodges, and Harmony Van Kampen are all on the board as well. So we'll come back here. I'll be joined by Jake Wakefield up in the booth here to talk a little more JBU basketball. We'll talk more about this game and preview the men's as well. Stick with us. You're watching some NAIA basketball live on JBUathletics.com.
This live stream is brought to you by Golden Eagle Productions. Thank you for watching.
Our gracious and loving Heavenly Father, we come today to honor these John Brown University graduates, to recognize their personal growth and academic accomplishments, and to give praise and thanks for all who have made this day possible. We thank you for the leadership of our administration and for our faculty and staff who teach, counsel, and support the students on this campus. May this day be a special blessing and joy for each one of these servants of Christ and His kingdom. We know that these graduates could not have reached their goals without these many hands of support and help along the way. Finally, our hearts and thoughts are with each of our graduates today. As they prepare to walk with you on a new pathway, may each graduate sense the freshness of your Holy Spirit, guiding and encouraging them in amazing ways. May they be strengthened and filled with hope for the new roads that you have in store. May they always seek first your kingdom and your righteousness, so that all other things you will provide would be added to them in your name. Gracious Father, be a lamp to their feet and a light to their path. Fill them with your Spirit. Bless them with your favor and peace, we pray. In Jesus' name.
right, we are back here with some little halftime report here. The score at the half for the women's game is 60-9 in favor of the John Brown Golden Eagles. It's just been a very dominating game for them offensively and defensively. What are your first impressions off of this first 20 minutes of basketball?
Well, I'm just very impressed by how JBU's been shooting. Soderquist said it very good during the pregame interview. These past couple of games that they've had a lot of shooting struggles, but tonight they've been shooting really well. Obviously, they've had a lot of open shots because Ecclesia hasn't been able to close out them as well as I'm sure they would hope they were able to. But that just leaves them for open shots to see how good they can be with the three-point shots whenever they get those open looks.
And again, a great game from a lot of Golden Eagles here in the early going. Tara Stevens leads the way. Sarah Williams also has gotten on the board, I think, for about 8 points here in her first game back. What do you think that big scoring push from a lot of JBU stars and having those players back is meant for them in this game?
I don't necessarily think it's super big for the starters. Yes, it's great for Sarah Williams to be back. She needs to get back into her groove being one of their leading scorers. The fact that she's been out for a couple of games is huge for them, and once she gets back into the shooting, into the groove of playing a lot, then that'll be really good for her. But for this game specifically, I think it is important to get a lot of rotation out there because obviously Ecclesia is not putting on a lot of competition right now. So JBU needs to get down to those players who play a couple of minutes during regular season games or during conference, but aren't expected necessarily to play as many minutes as they would during this game. So if they get a lot of minutes into this game, then you can see how they would be able to handle in a conference game in the future.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do here. A lot more youth in this second half is to be expected. We'll see a lot more, I think, of Sierra Bailey, who did a good job here in limited minutes in the first half. We'll also see more again of Kinsey Silkey. I also maybe expect to see a little more of Jessica Goldman. We haven't seen just a whole lot of her this season so far. I know she's one of their better bench players, especially as a freshman. I'm looking forward to see how that one goes. Now let's kind of shift gears here for the men's game as the guys are warming up right now briefly here at the half. JBU right now 9-0. The first season NAIA Top 25 poll came out, and they were ranked 12th. They only have 3 more games left on this non-conference slate, and their next 2 after this are against teams they previously played. So Ecclesia, the last team they haven't seen any of here in this non-conference schedule. What do you expect from them tonight?
Well, from Ecclesia or JBU?
From JBU.
Okay, I was a little confused. Ecclesia is one of those teams that JBU always plays against, and I'm pretty sure we've won every single year that we've played them. So I'm looking for JBU to just come out here and play the best they possibly can play and go out 10-0. There's not a lot of pressure because this is also a non-conference game, but in order to keep that undefeated record, they need to play Ecclesia as best as they possibly can, play like it's a conference game, and play like it's the last possible game that they ever will play. So they just need to come out here and play really well and find good shots, get good rebounds, play really hard defense, and if they do those 3 things, then that's a recipe for a W for JBU.
I agree. I think all the games that JBU may have not been favored to win, they're all through, and JBU has since won those games. Again, they're heavy favorites in this game as well as the Crowley's Ridge game in about a week. Philander Smith may be a little bit closer, but again, JBU, they need to still have that conference mindset, especially with the long break looming. So I'll be looking forward to seeing what they do here. If you're Ecclesia, though, only 1 win on the season. That was against Ozark Christian. What is their mindset coming into this one against a very stacked opponent?
Well, Ecclesia, they need to, I'm not looking at the roster right now, but just looking at them on the court right now, they are very few numbers and they're smaller than JBU. So that's going to be hard for them. Their stamina is going to run out really quick. They're going to need to be able to play hard through exhaustion. And when they get down to the ends of the game and you're just tired and you're finding a hard time to run, just need to push through it. And specifically when it comes to on the defensive side, they need to get into JBU because JBU has a very tall team. They're very well sized, so they need to get into the players, into JBU's hips and their legs, and box out hard on shots. And then also, whenever they go up for shots, get a hand in their face, because that's very important to lower the shooting percentage for JBU.
Yeah, and again, as you said, size is something that most NCCAA teams that come to Bill George, they don't have really an advantage there, and this game is no different. Only player over 6'5" for the Royals is Zachary McGee. He's a freshman guard / forward. Not sure how much we'll see of him. He's one of their bigger players, though. He's one of their better players as well, so he'll be in the mix, and a lot of youth again on the Ecclesia Royals. But on JBU side, who do you look to have a big game?
Depending on how many minutes he plays tonight, I'm looking at Quentin Bailey specifically because he is 6'7". He's a very strongly built post. So I'm looking for JBU to feed the ball into him a lot in the post and for him to just go for a lot of baby hook shots or maybe just power dribbles going up into his defender's shoulder. And if he can get good looks like that, then he'll be able to find shots all night long. And then also Luke Harper, the current leading scorer for JBU. But he is a very important player for them. So depending on how well this game goes for JBU determines how many minutes he will be playing tonight. But for how long he will be playing, he will be shooting really well, and he will be finding good open floaters, which is obviously his signature shot. So he will be looking to have a really good game tonight. So.
And again, no guarantee we'll see those guys play just a lot of minutes, as again, this is a game I think that JBU is heavily favored to win in. Historically, they've had a lot of success against Ecclesia. We'll see how it goes. Again, I look forward to seeing how that one plays out. That game will tip off shortly after this one. That's all for the halftime report. For Jake Wakefield, I'm Maury Phillips. We'll be back in about 4.5 minutes here for more of the women's game. We'll catch you guys in a little bit.
Hi, my name is Rachel Ball, and I'm the president of Golden Eagle Productions.
I'm Kiri Jones, and I'm the vice president. Golden Eagle Productions is a co-curricular activity on campus that oversees different media production projects, live streams JBU sports games, and does advertisements for the school.
If it has students operating cameras, we're probably involved somehow. Golden Eagle Live is our athletics branch of Golden Eagle Productions. We facilitate live streaming of basketball, volleyball, and soccer, as well as shooting promotional content for the sports teams.
So if you watch the TP game live on the internet, that's our Golden Eagle Live people bringing that content to you. So the next thing we do is called Error 404 Show Not Found. I'm the producer of that show. We make different sketch comedy mini-series and upload them to YouTube.
The exciting thing about Error 404 is that it's completely student-led. We have students working as producers, camera people, audio people. We have students writing, editing, and acting.
Yes, and it's super fun.
Our final branch of Golden Eagle Productions is IMX, which is actually just being started this year.
Yes.
IMX stands for Integrated Media 10, and it's our in-house student marketing team.
What they do is they work with university communications to put out ads for the school.
Our goal for IMX is just to give people that aren't at JBU every day a glimpse into what it's like to be a student here at JBU, and to give students the experience of shooting promotional content and working in a marketing setting. Between Golden Eagle Live, Error 404, and IMX, we've got a lot going on here at Golden Eagle Productions, but we're super excited for another year of facilitating awesome student content creation.
So if you've seen our content and enjoyed it, thank you. And if you're considering coming to JBU, we hope you will also consider joining Golden Eagle Productions. It's a lot of fun.
So. That was sufficiently awkward. I love it.
Mechanical engineering is a very broad field, and it can cover anything that you might reasonably call a machine, which is a lot of different things. So your first 2 years involve a lot of math and a lot of science, physics, chemistry, calculus, and those sequences.
We really get to choose our electives as a class. So like the professor who's offering the elective next year will say, hey, would you guys rather do vibrations, advanced thermodynamics?
You get to be in your senior design capstone project, and we usually pair you up with companies or in design competitions around the country.
We have a relatively new facility here in the Balzer Technology Center, so we have a lot of state-of-the-art labs here that our students get to work with, and everything that we have is really focused on educational purposes.
The possible opportunities that other mechanical engineers have moved on to that I know of is it's actually pretty wide variety. What I'm about to move on to do after graduating is work for Textron Aviation, which is a small part of a larger company, Textron.
So to us, students are not just a number, very much a personal entity that we are very concerned about their whole person. And so we're very accessible to the students. We're not locked up in a laboratory someplace.
The Bible says that we're able to see God's divine attributes through creation, right? So the idea is that we get to harness a lot of the resources that God has created in the world for the betterment of mankind.
All right, we are back live here for some more John Brown Golden Eagle basketball. It was all Golden Eagles in the first half against the Ecclesia Royals. They are up 60-9 in this one. Both teams about to break the huddle here. Ecclesia right now, if you're them, you just got to kind of build some momentum here. Unlikely comeback. And meanwhile, Golden Eagles well on their way for their first win since they beat Paul Quinn on November 8th. Both teams here about to break the huddle. Looks like the Golden Eagles will go out with their starters back on the floor. How much we see of them in the second half, you don't know yet. Ecclesia appears to be doing the same thing as well. So it's starters versus starters here in the early going. Looks like inbounding, it's going to be Harmony Van Kampen to Alexis Hodges. Inside. And I think on the shot there is going to be number 23, Kaylee Kaufman. She shoots it over a Golden Eagle. Royals strike first here. Stevens has it, manages to recover. Gets it over to Ali Teague, who can't get the shot to go, but Stevens gets to get back and puts it back up and in. 12 points on the game for her, leading the Golden Eagles. And again, every single Golden Eagle, with the exception of one, have scored when they've checked into the game. Thompson inside, and they're going to get a jump ball there. Possession arrow, Golden Eagles, and Tara Stevens, nice job there, kind of trying to wrestle it out of her hands, and they land up with the ball. Taylor Ferguson will take it up the court. 4 points as well as 7 rebounds, 6 assists. She'll take the three, and no good there. But overall, a great game by Ferguson. Not sure she'll get it, but she's working toward a possible triple-double in points, rebounds, and assists.
What in the dang is a triple-double?
At least I can hear him on mic. Camera people. 10 points.
I think that was a 2-point basket, a long one, but it goes up and in. Three-pointer by Ferguson is up and no good. Back over to Stevens, who will drive in and pass it back out. And there, Altman had an open look from three-point range, but she passed up on it. And she has it back, and she won't pass up on this one. Gets it there and bounces off the rim. And tough rebound there, but she ends up going out of bounds. So Ecclesia will live the ball. Already in the early goings here of the second half, Ecclesia's had a better shooting game. We'll see if they can keep up that momentum as we progress onward. And then a pass way over the head of number 5, Madison Wiggins. She had an open look, but they just couldn't get the ball to her. Tara Stevens will head out. Haley James goes in. James has 5 points on 2 for 3 shooting in this one. Stevens the leading scorer, but she'll take a seat. James has it up top. Altman. Inside to Ali Teague, and she gets it. So John Brown again just having a great game shooting-wise. Shooting around 50% from field goal range. Again, those percentages have kind of fallen back to earth, but otherwise it's been probably their best offensive game of the season. And then there's Ali Teague with the steal, and there's Ecclesia. They tried to get it out for the steal, but They'll have to settle for a jump ball, which I think they'd be more than happy to stick with, as the possession arrow favors the Royals. Inbounding is going to be Paige Patton. And Ecclesia has 30 seconds to work with here, so plenty of time with them already being in the front court. There's Patton in the corner. She wanted it, but Altman picked up on her pretty quickly. Inside, and not sure who that pass was going for, but the steal by the Golden Eagles, and Fergan goes back down the court and gets it up. Van Kampen over to Wiggins. Contested three-point basket is up and no good, but she gets her own rebound. Nice hustle there, and then driving inside. Looks like Alexis Hodges will be going to the line, and Hodges not afraid to get in there and be aggressive against some of JBU's better defenders. Numerous times she's gone down there trying to split the defense, and sometimes it's not worked out for her. She's been hit with a couple travels, but at the same time, she's also been able to muscle her way into the free throw line. This is her second trip of the game. She's 1 for 2 on her last trip to the charity stripe. Hits her first, so a much better second half already for the Ecclesia Royals. She gets her second, so 2 for 2 at the line here, and that gives Ecclesia 15 points on the game. Altman has it, gets it over to James, who then passes it down to Jessica Goldman. Inside to Teague, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Long two is up and in by Haley James. 7 points for her. Tough defense by the Golden Eagles. Hard to pass on, but nice job coming back with the ball by Harmony Van Kampen, but just couldn't get the shot to fall. Golden Eagles will inbound it. And we've seen some good hustle plays by Ecclesia in this game. Obviously, they haven't had the best shooting night that they could have, but they've done a great job of going in there, being aggressive, I think. It's just, I think JBU just has the better athletes, the better pure shooters, and that's a big reason why they're on top here. In the corner is Goldman, and she barely doesn't get that one. I thought that one might have been able to fall for, but it circles out of the rim. Inside, Hodges again testing the JBU defenders, but took some hard contact. No foul there. I think that was the right call. Don't see any hits on the arm. Just couldn't get it to fall. Altman will pass up on the three. James on the screen, back to Altman, who will drive. And there's James, fairly open from long distance, can't get it to fall, and Ecclesia will go back down the floor. JBU not having a great shooting second half, at least compared to the first. There's Altman on the steal. It's 2-on-1. Haley James, nobody near her, and she gets the easy layup. Taking it up is going to be Harmony Van Kampen. And there's Wiggins driving inside, and that one lingers on the rim, but it goes in. Nice drive by Wiggins to go in and again split the Golden Eagle defense. Altman back out. And there's Haley James again, open from long distance. Can't get it to go on the rebound. That's going to be Sapphire Thompson. She's got 6 boards. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. She'll take the shot, draw the contact, and that's going to be on James. That's her second foul. Teague and Altman are going to take a seat. KJ Rowe and Kenzie Silky are going to go into the game. They're going to say that Ecclesia was not in the act of shooting, so they will inbound it, but they will have 20 seconds back on the shot clock, and they're going to get James with the foul again, so she's got 3 here, 2 in the last about 10 seconds.
Golden Eagle foul, charge number 15.
And this time, Van Kampen will go to the free throw line.
At the line for 2 shots, Harvey Van Kampen.
Sierra Bailey goes in for James. Makes her first. And already Ecclesia has matched their first half total in points here with 9 in this second half. All in this third quarter, I should say. Next one is in, so they've now exceeded their first half total here already in this third quarter. Inside to Rowe. Williams has it back out, open from 3. And there's Bailey. Won't take the shot. There's Silky, but they'll get Hera with the travel. So again, another rare misstep by the Golden Eagles at this point in the game, and Ecclesia will have the ball back. They've had a better shooting quarter compared to their first half. Meanwhile, the Golden Eagles, again, they've kind of fallen back to earth in a lot of the shooting stats. It's actually been all knotted up here in this third quarter. Both teams with 10 points. Shot there is up and no good by Paige Patton. Goldman with the rebound, and John Brown taking up the court at a fairly brisk pace, but they'll slow things down. JBU just taking some time here, not afraid to choose some clock. I think they're going to get Van Kampen there on the defensive foul. That's her 4th. That's the first team foul in the third quarter here for the Royals, and Kampen will take a seat. Williams has it up top, 20 seconds left on the shot clock. And there's Bailey open from 3, but again, JBU not really taking those longer shots, and there's a steal by Alexis Hodges. She's going down the court. Bailey's the only one that could potentially go down there, get a stop, and she can't get the layup to fall, so John Brown escapes a chance at fast break points. Inside is Williams, and Sapphire Thompson goes down and gets the block. Officials say no contact, so no foul. Bailey will inbound it here. Over to Williams, and again, JBU just killing the clock here, not taking a lot of long-range shots, not really trying to run up the score. And then there's Williams in the corner, left pretty open, and she makes them pay. Sarah Williams, another Golden Eagle to enter double-digit scoring. She's got 11. Hodges with Bailey covering, and she goes down and again tests that interior defense by the Golden Eagles, and it succeeds as she will be heading to the line again. That's a 4th team foul on the Golden Eagles. First one on Sierra Bailey, and Van Kampen will go back to the line. She's probably the most complete game of all the Ecclesia Royals here. Actually, that's going to be number 3, Alexis Hodges. I misspoke there. She gets her first, and now brings this lead down to 53 points. Ecclesia crosses 20 on the game, and she misses her second. Rowe goes down and gets the rebound. Thought she was going to let that one kind of just roll out of bounds, but she goes down, gets the board, and JBU with the game well in hand here, but again, they've kind of slowed the pace. Not taking a whole lot of risks here. Goldman goes in and tries to shoot it over a couple of Ecclesia Royals. She'll go to the line. Goldman has 7 points on this game. She missed her only free throw, and looks like Kaylee Kaufman will go out of the game. She looks like she's limping a little bit. Hopefully she's okay. Goldman will shoot. Missed her only free throw of the game earlier in this game. Gets the first. That's her 8th point of the game. And she hits her second, so 2 for 2 there. Gets this lead up to 55 for the John Brown Golden Eagles.
There's 1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Hodges will have it. 3-pointer by Patton, no good. Ecclesia is yet to make a 3-point basket in this game. Rowe, no look pass to Silky. No good there. Nice look there by Rowe, though, with that no-look pass. Just couldn't get the shot to fall, and about a 10-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Drive inside and can't get the shot to fall. But a Golden Eagle touched it, so Ecclesia will have the ball again. 5.2-second difference between the shot and game clock as the shot clock will reset to 20 seconds. Patton will inbound. They're going to take it back up top to Hodges. Sapphire Thompson trying to get it over KJ Rowe, but couldn't get it, but she draws the contact and will be headed to the line for 2 more. That's one thing that Ecclesia's really done a nice job of in this game, is being able to get that contact, draw it, and get to the line. And they've shot free throws at a fairly decent clip, 10 for 16 on the game. Misses her first. She'll hit her second, and now John Brown has it. Shot clock has been turned off. Williams over to Silky. Bailey, and Williams will shoot the last shot of this half and barely rims out, doesn't fall for, but overall, again, another good quarter by the Golden Eagles. A better one for Ecclesia as well, as they managed to score 12 in this third quarter, which was more than their entire score in the first half, but this game is still well in the Golden Eagles' hands. They lead here 75-21. We've seen more players go in for the Golden Eagles that normally would not. A lot of younger players have gone in. We've seen more of KJ Rowe. We've seen more of Sierra Bailey, Kinsey Silky. The only Golden Eagle yet to be on the board. I'm sure that will change, though, in this quarter. And overall, though, just a great game for the Golden Eagles. We saw a lot of great hustle plays as well from Ecclesia, but again, it's just a matter of those shots and getting them. And JBU's really just clogged up a lot of those passing lanes and only giving up 27 shots here by Ecclesia. And they've only made 5 on this whole game. 11 of their points have been off of free throws. And Ecclesia, again, not helping matters with the 19 turnovers, and they've also lost the battle on the glass here. 35-20 in favor of the Golden Eagles, and it looks like we'll come back here. Shortly after this one concludes, I'll be interviewing Coach Jeff Soderquist, and then after that, be sure to switch streams and go to the men's game as the number 12 ranked John Brown Golden Eagles look to defend their undefeated record against the Ecclesia Royals. This is the last doubleheader in terms of basketball here at Bill George for this semester. Both teams will be playing a doubleheader against Crowley's Ridge on the road on the 14th, but this is the last time we'll have 2 games here at Bill George. And there you go. Kinsey Silky gets that one from 3, and all Golden Eagles have scored in this game. And whenever every single player on your team is able to go down and make a basket, that just says a lot about the team ball they've played and just a great offensive game for JBU. Steal there by Altman. She'll go down the court here. 1-on-1, 2-on-1 make that. And then Haley James goes down, gets the basket over Paige Patton. We might see the Golden Eagles cross into the century mark in this one. They have yet to this season, but they look like they'll match their season high there on the steal, and James has it again. Pump fakes and then gets the fast break basket. JBU nearing their season high of 89 points. And that game was against Paul Quinn on November 8th. That was their last win, and JBU well on their way here. Their most complete game of the season, I'd say. It'll be something that'll be really good for momentum as well. They've only got a couple more games here of this semester. Three-pointer by Hodges, no good. Rebound, though, by Van Kampen. And it looks like they tried to draw the jump ball, but with little success, and they're going to actually hit Sapphire Thompson. That's her fourth personal, so players having the two best games for the Royals, Thompson and Van Kampen right now, both have 4 fouls. Aside from that, though, the Royals have been able to stay out of foul trouble. It's just those two players. Silky again, no look pass to her, and she'll take the corner three, no good, and James got a finger on it, so Ecclesia will have the ball back. And again, this will be a big momentum game for the Golden Eagles. After this one, they'll be playing a tough matchup against the College of the Ozarks here on Saturday at Bill George. That's their last home game on their non-conference slate. And then they'll open up conference play in January against the Drovers.
I'm not having any problems.
Silky will get hit with her third personal.
I don't know, whatever you decide to cut the water on.
Pass up top to Hodges.
I don't know. It very well might.
Sapphire Thompson. Three-pointer by Hodges is no good, so Ecclesia has yet to make a three-point basket in this game, and JBU goes back down the court here. Three-pointer by Teague is up, and it is in, so JBU hasn't had a whole lot of success from long range in the second half, but they do get one there.
This is how we play. We don't mess around.
Three-pointer is up and doesn't fall, but I think they're going to go down there and they're going to get Allie Teague with the over-the-back foul, so Ecclesia will keep possession there. Kind of had to confirm who it was on. Kaylee Kaufman will go back into the game. Good to see her back in, as last time she came out she was limping, but appears to be okay. And
Golden Eagle foul, charge number 15, Kenzie Silky.
they're going to get Kenzie Silky with the foul. That's her fourth personal. That's the third team foul on the Golden Eagles here with 17 left in the fourth. Hodges has it up top, 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Three-pointer is up and no good, so the woes from long range continue for Ecclesia, and still just 5 field goals made on the game. Most of their points have been off of free throws, and that's something they've done well at in this one, getting to the line and getting those shots. But aside from that, just not a good offensive game for them, and a really good defensive game by the Golden Eagles. Matamala has it. I think JBU's just killing more time again. Matamala will have it again. Down to Teague, back to Rowe, and she'll take the shot there. Couldn't get it. JBU, 85 points on this one. Ecclesia goes back down in the drive, but not really much of a chance there by Alexis Hodges as she was covered, and it goes out of bounds. JBU has it. Matamala will head out of the game. Not sure if we'll see her again. I think almost all of the JBU starters have played their share in this half. And they have all since, with the exception of Maddie Altman, taken a seat. at this point in the game. Silky over to James. Then Altman will drive on him.
I tell you,
They're going to get Wiggins there on the foul. That's our first on the game. Again, Ecclesia, for the most part, has stayed out of foul trouble, with the exception of Thompson and Van Kampen, who each have 4. Other than that, they just have 4 personals combined on the team. And there's Altman. She gets the 3-point basket, and Maddie Altman is in double figures in points. 10 points on the game for her. And overall, just a dominant game by the Golden Eagles. All out, just shooting fest for them. Inside to Thompson. She gets it past James and takes kind of a sloppy under the basket shot there. Can't get it, and I think they're going to get him with the jump. Possession arrow, Ecclesia. Shot clock will reset here with 20 seconds, and the inbounding is going to be Harmony Van Kampen, and it'll go out. She's number 5, Madison Wiggins. Two Golden Eagles covering, making it hard to get something going there. Drive, tries to shoot over Haley James, and it is no good.
my John Denver. Have that sound on vinyl.
Maddie Altman will take the corner 3, and it banks in. So now John Brown is their highest point total on the season as a team, surpassing their 89 points against Paul Quinn. They've got 91 here. And overall, again, just a great night for them. They've been able to take 71 shots in this one, just not a whole lot of defensive resistance by Ecclesia. And there's a steal, and Ecclesia manages to scrape out and get that one, I think. Wiggins will take the contested 3, and it is in, so it took them 35 minutes, but they do land their first 3-point basket of this one. That one will come from Madison Wiggins, who has 7, which leads the Ecclesia Royals.
What? It's another word for drunk.
3-pointer by Bailey is up and no good. And they're going to get her with the walk. That's going to be on number 23, Kaylee Kaufman. And JBU just boxed her in there, kind of used the out-of-bounds line as a third defender. KJ Rowe will inbound it to Kinsey Silky. Again, JBU's just been able to make a lot of depth moves here as they just pull Altman. So all their starters have taken a seat, gotten a lot of rest in this game. On the court right now, a lot of youth for the Golden Eagles. Haley James, who currently leads the team with 13 points, as well as Jessica Goldman, Sierra Bailey, Kinsey Silky, and KJ Rowe on the floor for JBU. 7 seconds left on the shot clock, and Ecclesia gets the steal. James tips it, goes out of bounds. Ecclesia keeps possession. And again, this is a huge win for JBU, as this will end the 6-game skid for them. They'll have 2 more games after this one on their non-conference slate. Tough matchup awaits Saturday against C of O. That one will go back to JBU. And again, they start conference play here at Bill George on January 2nd. That'll be against USAO. The Drovers from Oklahoma are going to be coming in, and they are typically a good team, so they will have their hands full there. Hopefully they'll be fully healthy by then, as that's been kind of the big story of the season for them. Is, again, they've gotten some players back. Allie Teague and Sarah Williams have all since come back. Still waiting on Jordan Martin. I don't think they'll rush her, though, as they haven't reached conference play yet. And there's still a lot of time for them to really kind of right this ship, as they've only played 2 conference games, and they've been fairly efficient, I would say, in their non-conference play. Obviously, a lot of these games haven't gone their way, but they've kept it close in quite a few of them. And they've really just continued that momentum that they had in the 4th quarter against Texas Wesleyan. They mounted a near comeback against them, and they had a great game, but Coach Soderquist told me after the game in that one that he wanted to see more of that in the future. Like, again, they had kind of a rough first 3 quarters, but they came back in and had a great one there, and this is just more of a continuation of that as they've had a great game, taking 73 shots, 41 three-pointers, and while their three-point percentage hasn't just been too flashy, 15 for 41, they've still been able to get those open looks and come down with a good percentage of them, or good amount, I should say. It's also been nice to see a lot of the depth pieces for the Golden Eagles come in here. As once conference play looms, you don't really know how much they will get a look. I know we'll see a lot of Haley James, but beyond that, you never really know. As, again, Jordan Martin will be back, so that kind of leaves some of these players in their playing times a little bit in question. But I'm sure they're really kind of soaking all this in. As this game is well in hand for the Golden Eagles, as 91-24 is the score, as this has been by far their best offensive and defensive game. Wiggins has it up top. She'll drive and can't get it to go. James gets the rebound. Back down, Jessica Goldman in the corner. She will pump fake, drive in. Silky from the other corner gets it, and it's off the mark, but she gets her own rebound. No Royals were there to get her, and she'll draw the foul. She'll be going to the line for a couple free throws. Hasn't shot any from the charity stripe this season. This will be their first attempts. Harmony Van Kampen will go out of the game for Ecclesia. Going in will be Alexis Hodges. And again, a lot of the more the depth players for both teams are into the game, as we're also seeing some more of the role players for Ecclesia go in. First basket is up. Not sure if JBU will hit the century mark in this one, but otherwise still a great offensive game for them. Second one goes, she hits them both, and this lead is just very commanding lead for the Golden Eagles, and Ecclesia just hasn't been able to generate a lot. They've had a better second half, I should say, but JBU's just really clamped down on defense, even with their backups on the floor. Three-pointer is no good. And JBU just, again, 69-point lead. KJ Rowe will drive in, can't get the shot. Silky Goldman has it now. Sierra Bailey. KJ Rowe. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. James will take it. I think that was a long two. It's off the mark, and with just under 2 minutes left, Ecclesia tries to get something going there. Hodges will drive again. She'll draw more contact, will go to the line again. And Kenzie Silky will be hit with her 5th. I think that will, she will foul out of the game here. She ends with 5, and Maddie Altman will go in to kind of just round this one out for them. But again, good minutes we've seen from Silky. She's made some good defensive plays, got some open looks as well, come down with some shots. Sierra Bailey, we've also seen some of her. KJ Rowe, it's been nice to see some of them. Jessica Goldman was a player I singled out at halftime, saying we'll probably see more of her. She's got 9 points. Rebound there, and James wrestles it back, and JBU goes back down the floor. KJ Rowe in the corner. No good, but Altman gets the rebound. Bailey has it. They'll take it back up top again, just killing time, as this game is well in hand for the Golden Eagles, and they're trying to preserve, I think, a lot of energy and a lot of their best players as well, as a tough matchup against C of O awaits. Three-pointer by Bailey as the shot clock near expired, and they get the rebound and put it back up. So Jessica Goldman gets that one, enters double figures as well. There are 6 Golden Eagles now with double digits in points. Been fairly even in that one as well. Haley James does lead the way in that category with 13. But otherwise, a great game from a lot of players, even if it wasn't through scoring. Taylor Fergan only had 6, but yet she also added 7 rebounds and 6 assists. Maddie Altman, she has 13, which is ties James for the lead. She has 6 assists as well. Kenzie Silky in her minutes here at 6 rebounds. Just a great all-around game for John Brown, and One of their tougher matchups of the season comes Saturday against C of O, a team that it's been kind of split between the two in terms of success. Obviously, C of O comes in with a little deeper rotation, but John Brown does have home court advantage. That game is on Saturday. We'll tip off in the afternoon, and we will be carrying that game as well. After this one, be sure to tune in to the men's game as well. They will be tipping off around 7:30. Three-point basket is up, and Sierra Bailey gets that one. JBU is 98 on the game. Chance to make it 100 on their next possession as they should get the ball back, barring an offensive rebound by Ecclesia. Three-pointer is up and no good. So with a 0.1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, JBU will get the ball back. So shot clock might as well be turned off here. And I think that they think they'll either dribble it out, or if they want, they can take the shot. Not sure they will, as it appears that they're just going to kind of let this one run out. And it looks like they will just let this one run out, as there was a 0.1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. But no matter what, even if they took the violation, no time really to do anything. So they'll just let this one run out, and a commanding win for John Brown. They will win this one by a grand total of 72 points. 98-26 is the score here, the final. A great offensive game by the Golden Eagles here, working on 39 of 80 shooting. Compared to Ecclesia, 6 for 39, and from three-point range, not the best night, I would say. 16 for 45, but they managed to get a lot of those open looks, get a lot of those open shots. And just a great game overall. Leading the way for them was a tie between Maddie Altman and Haley James with 13, but Allie Teague, Tara Stevens each had 12. Didn't see a lot of Stevens in the second half, but overall she had a great game. Sarah Williams in her first game back has 11. Jessica Goldman, the freshman, added 11. And a lot of just grinded out points as well from Sierra Bailey with 8, Kenzie Silkey at 5, Taylor Fergan at 6, but was making a lot of plays down the court, getting those rebounds, getting those assist totals. And Marta Matamala also has 5, so every single JBU Golden Eagle got on the board, and that's not something that happens very often. May happen once or twice a season. And a great win for the Golden Eagles, their first since November 8th. They now go to 3-6 on the season, as they have a tough matchup awaiting on Saturday against College of the Ozarks. Stay with us. We'll have Coach Jeff Soderquist on, and after that, we'll shift gears for the men's game.
So Family and Human Services is a really practical, real-world degree. So students are going to have theoretical application, but also a hands-on experience at learning how to love people well, how to build relationships, how to redeem marriages, restore families. It's a very practical approach to the helping profession.
The skills that you learn, it could be as simple as listening, or it could be as complicated as how important ethics are within your practice.
They're going to take a wide range of classes. They're going to deal with topics such as sexuality. They're also going to deal with topics such as policy, and then the basics of just getting to know people, some psychology classes. Classes that really just introduce you to serving people, serving them well, loving people, and essentially knowing people.
It's more at looking at the systemic surrounding of somebody, so not just at an individual, but we try to understand an individual in context for their entire system.
The teachers and the professors, they believe in you. They've just been one of the biggest influences in my life in saying like, hey, here is what I'm going to teach you, and I'm going to help you take this beyond the classroom.
Our faculty are also still engaged in the community, seeing their own clients, working on restoring marriages, helping communities thrive. So students benefit from not just learning from faculty in the classroom, but from learning from faculty's experiences that we continue to have outside of the classroom too. It's like this major is preparing students that desire to be counselors and social workers. It's not just for students who want to be counselors or social workers, because you can have an impact on people even outside of a counseling room. But really, it's a pretty varied and multidisciplinary degree. So if you are looking for a field or a job where you're having a direct impact in people's lives, trying to help individuals or marriages or communities thrive, like this is the degree that would set them up for that.
We are back here now with Coach Jeff Sarderquist after the Golden Eagles have a commanding 98-26 win over the Ecclesia Royals. Coach, what are your first impressions just after seeing this game?
Well, I mean, we knew coming in we had an advantage. The big thing for us was try to get off of our 6-game losing streak, and tonight was to be able to get people like Sarah that hasn't been playing to kind of get her a couple of minutes right there, and some others, and so it was, you know, we accomplished a lot. I was happy with that.
And again, Sarah Williams, we didn't see just a whole lot of her in this game, but what kind of scoring boost and what just kind of boost overall does she provide when she's in the lineup?
Well, I mean, she provides a lot. One is she was our one of our best defensive players before she went out, and then I think it helps Taylor a lot to kind of sometimes play that off guard. Without Sarah in there, we've been having Taylor play mostly one, and sometimes that affects maybe how many shots she can get off because she's kind of controlling things. So that was one of the things when we had Sarah, is I think it helped Taylor a lot too.
And again, this was JBU's best game scoring, at least from a point standpoint. What kind of momentum do you think that brings you after that 6-game losing skid?
Well, it just, anything just makes win makes everybody feels a little bit better. We were kind of feeling down, I think. You know, we fought hard through all this adversity with girls being sick and hurt, and so just to get a win, it kind of helps us feel good. And, hopefully we'll get Jordan back here soon, and maybe even Lisa, who hasn't even played at all this year. Hopefully we can get both of them back soon.
After this game here, the Golden Eagles have a very tough test at Bill George on Saturday against College of the Ozarks. Kind of preview that one for us.
Yeah, Becky does a good job. Becky played for me, and so I know her really well. She's done an outstanding job at College of the Ozarks, and they're a really solid team. They're not very deep with their bench, but their top 6 are very solid. They're gonna execute well. They're gonna shoot the ball well. They're gonna play really good man-to-man defense, and so it will be a very good test for us.
What do you think will be the key in that one to come out with another win?
Yeah, I think for all of us is, kind of through this stretch that we've had, we've struggled at times scoring. I think at times we've played pretty good defense, but it's like the game before this one, Texas Wesleyan, where we lose 53-50. We did a lot to try to win that game, but you're not going to beat many teams scoring 50. And so we just kind of got to get back to scoring in transition and get back our flow offensively.
All right, thanks, Coach. That'll be it here. The final here, 98-26. Golden Eagles on top. Make sure to click off of this stream and on to the next one, as we will be covering the men's game as well. I'm Maury Phillips, and we'll catch you guys